Hey y'all, what it do? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, you might want to subscribe because it's the latest channel on the tube. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey friend, you already know what's up. Like, excuse my hair, y'all. Like, I gotta get my hair done and whatever. But I did try to look a little bit presentable while I tell y'all this story. It's a little hot in here, but whatever. I'm gonna just get into the story. As you can see by the title, this is a story time about how I was friends with a weirdo. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I picked the wrong friends just like I picked the wrong niggas. Like, I swear. Like, I don't have a good judgment of people to be, like, I don't be knowing, like, I don't know, I just be trying to give people a chance, but they always prove me right. So, yes, this is another story on how somebody was weird again. So yeah, I don't know what I really want to call this story, but this is a story of when I was friends with somebody and they basically left their friend at my house for like days. So let's get into this. Let me tell y'all what happened, whatever the case may be. I met this girl offline. Let's just start there. I'm going to give her a name. I'm going to call her, what should I call her? I'm going to call her Humpty Dumpty. So me and Humpty Dumpty met online, y'all. So I ain't gonna lie, I met her off of this little friend app. Don't judge me or whatever. I was like, bro, at the time I was dating old dude. No, at the time I was dating Dreadhead and I didn't have no friends. He had friends. I had no friends at all. Like, this is really like around the time where I really wasn't hanging with nobody. I was up under him all day. So it was getting to the point where I needed my own friends, you know, whenever he went out and stuff like that. So I went on this little app or whatever the case may be. It's called like Bumblebee, something like that. And it's like a little friendship app. Like, you can meet friends off of there in the area and shit like that. So I met this girl or whatever. I met Humpty Dumpty on there. So Humpty Dumpty looked interesting. You know, she looked like she was doing real good. So I was just like, okay, let me tap into Humpty Dumpty. Like, let me see what she's talking about. So she seemed very ambitious, very, very outgoing, very, you know, like, she seemed like a female was about her stuff. Like, I'm not going to tell y'all what she did, but she dibbled and dabbled into a lot of like hobbies, and not hobbies, but like she had a business. She was like in the medical field. Like, she had a little bit of things going. So I'm just like, okay, like, you're not no lazy female, which I respect, because I'm always, like I said, like, females really don't be on nothing for real sometimes. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but whatever. So I'm just like, all right, let me swipe her right or whatever. She cool. So she ended up swiping me too, and then she ended up messaging me. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So I guess she like what she seen from me, and, you know, vice versa. So she hit me up and she was just like, hey girl, like, what's up or whatever. I don't really know how it went, but, you know, she hit me up and then I responded back, and then, like, she seemed cool, so we took it to the iMessage. So she was just telling me like a little bit about herself. She was just saying, oh, you know, I'm from here, I do this, I do that. And I was telling her what I did as well. Like, you know, I told her I like to do YouTube, She was just like, oh, and then at the time I was doing lashes too, and like I was still doing my little lash business. So she was just like, oh, okay, like, we can definitely help each other grow, things like that. So fast forward, I ended up getting a new car, and the same day I got that new car is the same day she hit me up and asked me if I wanted to smoke and chill or whatever. So I'm just like, you know me, I love a little spliff. So I'm just like, yeah, I would love to. So, y'all, I don't know, my hair kind of bothering me. I think I kind of want to do something like this. She like, oh, you want to smoke or whatever? I'm just like, yeah, cool. Like, actually, I just got my new car. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't mind pulling up on you. We could smoke a little one or whatever the case may be, right? So I linked up with her. I linked up with her so we could smoke, whatever, so we can get to know each other, whatever the case may be. So when I linked with her, she seemed cool. Like the vibe was cool. Like it really felt normal. Like she wasn't like being weird or anything like that. Like everything seemed pretty cool. Whatever, we was basically hitting it off. So, you know, she did nails. So she was asking me, like, do you want to be my nail model? Like, I went back to nail school. I need a little model, whatever, to do some sets on or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, sure. Like, free set. Like, what? But at the time, she was just like, you could, like, tip me or whatever. But, you know, I could do, like, can I do your nails just for more practice and stuff like that? Now, mind you, I already seen her nail work before on her page, so I really thought she was a professional just by how her nail, like how she did nails. I thought she was already a professional. Like I didn't know that she was still going through the school and stuff like that. So I just was like, I respected that, and I'm just like, yeah, sure. And then, you know, she said she was going to support my lash business or whatever the case may be. So I'm just like, okay, cool, like whatever. So we become, you know, friends. We're talking every day, things like that, stuff like that. So then she eventually do my nails. Y'all, when this girl did my nails, when Humpty Dumpty did my nails, she was cutting me all on my fingers and all. Like, she knows how to do nails. It's just she's very heavy-handed, and she needs to understand the skill of not cutting people nails. And that's kind of why I'm kind of traumatized now from getting my nails done, because she put a lot of trauma on my nails, like for real. Like the way she was doing them, she was cutting me, I was bleeding, like it was not doing too well, like it was not. So yeah, so she was just like very apologetic of her like cutting my fingers and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, the nails did come out all right. Like I could tell, like when she was doing my nails in person, like I could tell that she actually do need the schooling. Not even trying to be funny, like she do need the schooling, because you like your work looks good on Instagram, your work looks presentable on the outside, but on the inside, you know, you do need to learn how to not, you know, how to do other people's nails, because I see like she the type that do her own nails a lot, you know, to practice. But as far as like how to handle other people, she's kind of rough on that area. So yeah, overall the nails were okay. Like it came out pretty okay, but it was really long. But it came out whatever. So I do have the pictures of the nails. I don't know if I should post them or not, but I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. So yeah, so she, you know, she finished my nails, whatever the case may be, whatever. So in my head I was just like, that's the last time she's doing my nails, like whatever. So as I'm becoming this girlfriend more and more, Humpty Dumpty, whatever, I noticed that she's like a problematic person. So I noticed that like gradually she's having issues with everybody, y'all. Like a cat, a dog, a human. Like she's having issues with the whole world at this point. Like y'all ever had a friend that just be having a lot going on, like every day, like always something happening to them? Like that was her. Like she had, I don't know, she had bad luck. Someone did voodoo on her. Listen, I do not know, y'all, but literally she was beefing with somebody literally every day. Not even just like people on the outside of her family members. Like it was like she was beefing with everybody, like her brother, her cat, her dog. Like I'm not playing. Like she was beefing with everybody. And I don't even think she had a brother. Like, yeah, she was a very troubled person, because I'm assuming because she had a lot of, how can I explain it? So she was adopted, so she had a lot of like family issues and things like that. So I just thought like, well, maybe she act like this because, you know, her biological mom isn't really in her life and things like that. Like she always have boy problems and all that. Like she be having a lot going on. So I'm just like, maybe it's just like her trauma from like how she grew up and stuff. Like, you know, you never really know like how a person really, like why a person act the way they do until like you know their background of their life and stuff like that. So when I seen, like when she told me that she was adopted and all that, I was just like, oh, okay. But my thing is, y'all, at the time I was like 21 at the time, I think, and she was like 19. She was younger than me. But when she told me she was adopted, I'm just like, how can you be adopted at 19? But then when I, like, okay, so she told me that she got adopted at 17. I'm just like, how can you be adopted the last year of your minor? Like, the last year you are a minor. Like, how does that even, like, how does that even work? But y'all, I guess it was true because her family she didn't look like her family. So, I mean, y'all, I don't even think I ever seen her foster mom and foster dad. I'd never seen them, but all I knew was that they were young. They were like in their late 20s. That's what she told me. And I'm just like, okay, this whole story is weird. Like, you're adopted by late 20-year-olds that's like 5 years older than me, and you're like 2 years younger than me. Like, you're 19, they adopted you when you was 17. Why would they adopt a 17-year-old? Like, I'm just like, this is just really weird. Like, I don't know. Y'all let me know. Have y'all heard of something like that? Please comment down below and let me know, because I never heard of nothing like that before, ever in my life. At the time, she did not have a car either, so she was blaming like her foster mom for why she don't have a car and all that. Like, she would get into it with her. Like, listen, I don't know. I don't know. She didn't have a car. I guess they always bought her a car, and she keeps crashing it and damaging her car. So they're just like, listen, like, we tired of getting you a new car. Like, you're going to have to get your own car at this point. Like, I don't know. You have to do something. So kept like arguing with her family about, like, you know, having family problems. Like I told y'all, she had an issue literally every day. Like, every day it was a problem about something. Like, something happened. Like, she fell off a cliff, like she broke her arm, like it was always something, like very much something. So yeah, that was that. And then y'all, like, this story might be all over the place because I'm just trying to remember like bits and pieces of what led up to what led up, you know. And then she just always had like, she was talking to a new dude every week, y'all. Like, I'm not even trying to judge her or nothing, but it's like we all have our whole phases and all of that, whatever the case may be. But no, y'all, like, this girl was literally new man every week, literally. Like, and then she would beef with that dude, and then like I don't know. I do not know why she was beefing with so many people at one time, child. Like, I do not know. So then she then y'all, when she was in the nail school, she got into it with the nail people, and the nail people she got into it with the nail school, and then the nail school kicked her out. So I'm telling y'all, she got into it with everybody. I was always wondering, like, why do everybody treat her so wrong? Like, why do everybody treat her like crap? But now I know. Now I know. You're the problem. So yeah, she got kicked out of nail school. I forgot why she got kicked out of nail school, but I told you, like, she was problematic. So literally it had to be something. I forgot what it was, but she got kicked out of nail school, y'all. So then now she's getting to the point where she's like, okay, well, I'm not in nail school, so I'm gonna just do nails like unlicensed like I was doing before and try to work in a shop. So this lady was hiring, and she found this lady that had a shop, and she liked her vibe, and she basically hired her to do work in the shop, and she would just have to pay some booth rent or whatever. So then she was in the shop, working in the shop or whatever, and then she had ended up cutting a client's fingernails or whatever the case may be. Everything was going good until she did this client's nails, and then she cut her nails up too. Like, the same way she cut my nails up, she cut her nails up. So like cutting the skin off, like making, you know, when you're trying to clean the cuticles and you pull something and you start bleeding, like, it's stuff like that. She did that to a real client, not me, not nobody she was modeling on, like a real client, and she's in a shop. So technically, like, she's not even supposed to be fucking up nobody's stuff because she's literally not even licensed. Like, she can literally get sued. And then it will be on the owner's fault. It will be on the owner's part too. So that's why, like, she got into it with the owner. So the owner found out that the lady got cut up and stuff like that. She was just like, please be careful, because, you know, you're not even licensed, and you're working in my shop, and you cut this lady. And, you know, just basically just telling her the real, like, what's up with you? Like, what are you doing? I thought you knew what you were doing and stuff like that. So then the lady was just like, I guess, like, just trying to put her on game. Like, do you need me to help you out? Like, give you some tips and tricks, because you're not finna have people trying to shut my shop down because you don't know how to do nails correctly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just basically giving her game. So she got into it with the lady at the shop and all types of shit. So now, she's still working at the shop, but it's just like, it's a little weird tension and stuff like that. It's some, other girls. Wait, I'm fast forwarding too quickly. So let's rewind a little bit back. So it's some other girls that work in the shop as well. That was working in the shop as well. So they did like nails as well, and the other one did like lashes or something like that. So then they were also strippers on the side. So now Humpty Dumpty is like telling me that she want to become a stripper. She always wanted to dance. Like, that was always something that she wanted to do. She always wanted to make a bag at the strip club. Like, this is one of her fantasies and things like that. And she wanted to try it out with the other girls and stuff like that. So I'm just like, okay, like, all right, cool. Me, the type of person I am, I'm the type of friend to where, like, if you my friend and you tell me you want to do something and it requires you, like, something productive, you making money, you doing something that makes you happy, I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for it. Honestly, like, I'm all for it. I really love the strip club. Like, I really respect strippers and all that. Like, I feel like that stigma of the strippers and all that, like the what's it called, the stigmas of, you know how strippers like, oh, stripping is bad, stripping is this. Like, I don't believe in that. Like, it's 2023. The strippers that I meet are not whores. They don't be trying to get fucked in the back of the strip club, like, you know. So I respect strippers. So when she told me that she wanted to strip, I respected that and supported it. So, you know, like, I went with her to get some stripper clothes and all of that, like, you know. Oh, and I even, like when she went to the strip club and she started to go to the strip club, I even, what's it called? I even, like, went to the strip club, threw some money on her, supported her, whatever the case may be. Like I said, I'm a supporting friend. So then she got into it with the security. I guess she was, like I said, she has a new man every week. So she started messing with the security guard at the strip club, thinking that was going to be cute and cool. Whole time, I guess, I don't know, y'all. Like, I don't really know what it be specifically, but I don't think people be feeling her like that. I think that's what it is. Like, I don't know. Like, they just don't be feeling her, y'all. So the dude that she was messing with, the security guard, I guess, like, something had happened between them. I don't know, child. And then he was on some stuff, like, they were beefing, basically. So when she went back to the strip club, he was just on some shit like, you can't come here no more, shawty. Like, I guess, like, she got into it with, listen, y'all, this happened a while ago, so I don't really remember the details, but she got into it with the security guard. I know that for a fact. And they was on some stuff like, you can't come back here. She ended up getting into it with the girls that she was working in the shop with, the nail shop with, the ones that brung her to the strip club. She got into it with them too. I'm like, oh Lord. Like, it was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. So yeah. So after that happened, that was that, right? So then it was this girl that she ended up being cool. So it was this girl that she used to be cool with, like, in the past or whatever. And I guess she recently hit her up and was just, like, apologizing and I guess trying to rekindle their friendship or whatever the case may be. So Humpty Dumpty told me that this is the homegirl that left her for a dude. Something like the homegirl left her for the dude, and I'm going to just give her a name. I'm going to give her a name. I'm going to call her Indiana. So Indiana left her at a function for a dude and left her for dead. And that's why she don't F with Indiana after that moment. But then Indiana hit her up trying to, like, be cool again and rekindle their friendship and stuff like that, just apologizing and stuff. Humpty Dumpty was telling me, like, yeah, my old homegirl that did me dirty, she did this to me, that to me, this to me, now she want to be cool with me. She was just like, I should probably just use her ass because I don't got a car and she do have a car and an apartment and all that. I should just use her for what she got since she tried me in the past and stuff like that. So when she said that, I'm just like, dang, girl, like, you going fake act like you forgive somebody and then backstab them to get back? Girl, like, that is so that is some childish stuff. Like, that is really childish. Like, if you don't F with somebody, stand on your 10 toes. Like, I don't F with you because you did this X, Y, and Z, and that's that. Like, I never took somebody back as a friend or a nick or a dude or nothing and was just like, okay, now I'm finna snake him now or snake her now since she did that to me in the past. Like, no, I'm just not gonna mess with you, bro. Like, you clearly you're not for me, but I'm not gonna mess with you. So, yeah, so she ended up befriending a girl on a malicious intent or whatever to get back, and I guess she still wanted to be her friend at the same time. Yeah, I don't really know. So fast forward, they ended up being back cool. Like, she linked her at her house and they was just back friends all of a sudden. And then so Humpty Dumpty wanted me and Indiana to come with her to the strip club that she got kicked out of to see if she could still dance there. So I met her, Indiana, at the strip club, and you know, to see if she could still dance. And when I met Indiana, she was hella cool. Like, she was cool to me. Like, you know, that was my first time meeting her. Like, she was complimenting me, oh, you're so pretty, like, you know, being real chill and cool. So I'm just like, okay, like, she's cool, like, whatever. So I think we hung out that night, and then that was the end of that. And after that, like, she would just bring Indiana around and stuff like that. Mind you, she started driving Indiana's car around, like, told y'all, using her for what she got because she don't got shit. And she wanted, I guess the girl betrayed her, so she's trying to do a little, you know, a little spin the block type thing. So she driving this girl car around. The girl let her drive her car. The girl, Indiana, letting Humpty Dumpty drive her car around. All types of shit, y'all. She was at her house for mad long, too. Like, all types of stuff. Because Humpty Dumpty still lived with her mom. Me and Indiana lived by ourselves. We just had roommates. But Humpty Dumpty was still living with her parents. She claimed that she had an apartment before it passed. And now she's living back with her parents. But who knows? People be lying. I don't know. So that was the end of that. So then fast forward, Humpty Dumpty, she had food stamps. And she was just like, oh, we so ghetto talking about something. She had food stamps. So she was on some stuff like, oh, y'all, we should do like a seafood boil. Like, that would be so cool. Like, I got food stamps. Like, I'll buy everything. Like, we should do a seafood boil. So, excuse me, y'all. So I'm just like, yes, like, I love seafood. That's so lit. So I'm just like, we could do it at my house if y'all want to do it at my house. So, we did the seafood boil at my house. So her and Indiana drove to my house and we did the seafood boil. And we also did a video too on YouTube. If y'all really smart, y'all could be able to probably find the video and put two and two together of who I'm talking about. But I don't think y'all got the time to do that. But yeah, so yeah, I did a YouTube video with them or whatever that same day. And yeah, so we ate, whatever. And my dude was living with me. My dude, Dreadhead at the time, was living with me for a couple of weeks until his apartment was ready. So, you know, my man came back home. And y'all, like, my man, Dreadhead, he was real fine, y'all. Like, he was real cute. Like, he was giving what was supposed to be gave. Like, that was one nigga I could brag on, like, and I know bitches would be like, oh yeah, he's cute. Like, yeah, ho. Mind y'all, Humpty Dumpty was already a hoe. I told y'all she was a hoe. She was a little hoe, and she was a little insecure hoe too. Like, she was real insecure, y'all. That's why I call her Humpty Dumpty, because she was real insecure. She wasn't that cute, and she couldn't bag the dudes that I could bag. I'm not saying she was jealous of me, but I'm just saying, like, girl, you can't bag my man. Sorry. My dude came home or whatever, and he was just minding his business, y'all. Like, just minding his business. So then we all chilling or whatever the case may be in my room, because I told you I had roommates. So after we was done eating, my dude was in my room, and then we ended up going in there with him because, like, I don't know, like we just ended up going in there with him. So that's when we sitting there chilling, vibing, and Humpty Dumpty just like, she just being so overly sexualizing herself now that my dude is around. I told y'all he cute. So now she want to be funny and twerk and do all this shit in front of my man. Like, what is you doing, girl? Like, you will really get slapped. Honestly, you really, truly, you will. You really will. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. So yes, then she started talking about how she about to get her BBL and her booty finna be big and fat because she stripped and all, just saying all this stuff around my man. Like, girl, you was not talking about all of this before my man walked in the house. Now when my man is in this house, now you want to talk about BBLs and twerking and how fine you finna get tomorrow and all this weird ass shit, girl. Like, you're not finna pull what I pull. Like, so if that's, I mean, you can have a crush on my dude, but you're not finna pull my dude. You can't even keep a dude longer than a week. Like, what? Like, girl, I kept my man. One thing about me, I know how to keep a man. Yeah, I'm not always gonna be in a relationship, but I know how to keep a dude. That's one thing I know how to. So, girl, your little flings be lasting a week, baby. My situations last years. So my dude just sitting there like, he just looking mad uncomfortable. Like, he's just looking like, yeah, because he's just not that type of dude. Like, he's not a whorish type of dude to where, like, I already knew my man was not looking at her in that, like, at all in that type of way. Like, I just know. You know when you know your dude, you know when your dude is a hoe, and you know when your dude is bougie. And my dude was bougie. Like, he was looking at her like, what the fuck? Like, get this bitch out of here. Like, I do not want to see that shit. Like, that shit is wild. Like, what type of friends are you bringing to the table at this point? Like, he was on my ass like, bro, like, who the fuck is this? Like, why are you friends with her? Like, she's weird. Like, where did she come from? Like, he's pulling me to the side, pulling me in the back. Like, why are they here? Like, what's going on? But I guess since they see me with my fine ass man, I guess now all of a sudden they want to hop on some D-Day damn selves. Humpty Dumpty and Indiana just start hitting up dudes like, yeah, like, you trying to link. Mind you, it's the weekend. It's the weekend. So yeah. So they trying to hit up dudes and stuff like that, trying to link with dudes and get some D or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, y'all do y'all. Like, Humpty Dumpty she asked me if she can invite this dude over or whatever, since we was having a little function anyways. And I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, whatever. So they was in my living room chilling, whatever. And then Indiana was in the living room with them, but just trying to link up with the dude her damn self. So Humpty Dumpty and her man her man for like 2 business days just dipped off with Indiana's car. But then Indiana just like, oh no, it's fine, they can have my car because I'm finna have old boy pick me up or whatever, and then she just gonna have to pick me up from his house or whatever the case may be or whatever. I'm just like, okay, cool. But then Indiana ended up leaving her stuff at my house. So she would just say, actually, can I leave my stuff at your house? Like, my bag and stuff at your house. And then, like, when I'm on my way back home and, like, things like that, like, when she picks me up, I could just pick up my bag tomorrow and then, like, go about my way. But can I just leave this bag here? Like, I just need to leave the bag here. I'm just like, all right, whatever. It's just a bag. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, whatever the case may be. Whatever. Mind y'all, this is not my friend. This is Humpty Dumpty's friend. I'm just cool with her. Like, she's a mutual friend, but this is not my friend firsthand. So I'm just like, whatever. So Humpty Dumpty takes Indiana's car and go with her dude, and then Indiana go with another dude somewhere else. But my thing is, Indiana, why are you letting your homegirl take your car to go get effed by a dude? Like, I would have dropped her off if anything. You're not finna take my car. Take my car for what? Girl, I gotta go see my own dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was stupid. Like, I just feel like that was really dumb. So then, y'all, fast forward or whatever. The girl, Indiana, comes back to my house and to get her back. But she's like, when she comes back to my house, she's just like trying to like she come in, she gets her bag, but she's kind of like still lingering around or whatever. So I'm just like, where's Humpty Dumpty at? Like, where she's at? She, I'm looking on her Instagram. She laid up with the dude still. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Where, huh? So she just like, yeah, I know. She still got my car, and she also got to go to work today. So I'm just gonna let her use my car so she can go to work, and then she's gonna pick me up from your house a little later on. Can I just stay here for like a couple of hours until she, gets off of work or whatever? So me being nice, I'm just like, whatever. Y'all, today is Sunday. This is Sunday. So yesterday was Saturday when we ate the seafood boil and all that. And then now today is Sunday. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like in my head, I'm just like, as long as you're out of my house by 5 o'clock, babe, we're cool. But what the fuck? So, yeah. So time's going by. And she's still at my house. Like, literally, y'all, the sun is going down. Like, I'm watching the sun go down, and she's still at my house. And I'm just like, okay, like, it's Sunday. Like, I'm about to make me and my man a dinner. Like, girl, like, why are you still here? Like, you ain't finna see. You ain't, like, girl, it's Sunday. I'm with my man. My man lives with me. I'm trying to cook us some food. I don't want to cook while you're here because then it's gonna be rude and then I'm gonna have to feed you too. It's just too much. Like, go home. Like, this is dragging out now. Like, it's getting real bad now. Like, I need you to go please. Like, like, what the fuck? So she's still at my house. So I'm just like, hey, did you speak to Humpty Dumpty? Like, what's going on? So she called Humpty Dumpty when she gets off of work. And Humpty Dumpty just starts yelling and rage, talking about something. I never said that I was finna pick you up from Zaya's house. I never said that. I never said I'm not coming over there. I'm not coming all the way over there. I just worked a whole shift. I'm not coming all the way over there. So I'm just like, what the fuck? What you mean you not coming over here? How you gonna take this girl car? Leave your friend at my house and don't pick her up. What are you talking about? Like, future Zaya here, y'all. I look crazy, but I just gotta throw something in there. I feel like, now that I remember, she was posting stuff like, okay, so after she did what she did with the boy or whatever, she was posting stuff for her close friends, like she was upset. So I feel like I said, she cannot keep a dude for nothing. So I feel like something happened like that night with that dude, and she just was so mad and she took it out on Indiana. But either way, girl, you had Indiana's car, so like what does that matter? But yeah, I feel like she was just really, 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 really embarrassed and upset about what happened the night before, and that's why she was so mad and was yelling at everybody. Girl, what? You have her car. What are you talking about? How you gonna take somebody's car, leave they ass for dead at somebody else's house, and never pick your friend up in their car? Like, what, girl? And I'm just sitting there, Indiana just like tolerating that. Yo, I swear to God, if that was me, I would have whipped my friend ass. Like, dead ass. Like, you think you finna take my car so you can go see a nigga and then leave me stranded at your homegirl's house and not try to pick me up in my car? I'm taking Uber to your house and I'm whooping your ass. Straight like that. Like, cause bitch, don't play with me. Like, what? Like, what? Bro, like, I cannot believe that this even happened. Like, it was baffling to me. I'm just like, girl, what? So I start yelling, I start picking up the phone and I start calling Humpty Dumpty. So I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck going on? So I FaceTime her and she's just like, no, Zai, because you don't understand. Like, she doesn't know how to communicate. Like, if she wanted me to pick her up, if that dude couldn't drop you back. Oh, mind you, I forgot to tell y'all. So remember when Indiana had her own place? So the thing is, Indiana lease was over like shortly after that, and she asked Humpty Dumpty could she stay with her since she was using her car all the time anyways. So Humpty Dumpty was just like, yeah, like she asked her parents and they said, yeah, like you can stay with us. So at this point, Indiana is living with Humpty Dumpty. So now she's trying to power trip her, like, because I told y'all, Humpty Dumpty never really wanted to be back cool with Indiana in the first place. I told y'all it was a malicious intent. So now that Indiana needs her help, even though she's driving her car, she's on some stuff like, well, yeah, I got your car, but I'm the one that's giving you a place to stay. So it's really my way or the highway. Like, that was the vibe that I was getting from the girl. Like, that was the vibe that I was getting from Humpty Dumpty. Like, that was the vibe. Now, Indiana, she's like a little scary girl. Like, she don't be doing all that. She don't do none of that. Like, she don't stand up for herself. Like, she was just really scared, like being really scary and all of that. So I felt like I needed to defend her. Even though Humpty Dumpty was my friend first, I just feel like you're leaving Indiana at my house. That's dead wrong. Like, you took her car, even though she's living with you now, you don't take that girl her car and leave her stranded. Like, that's just not what you do. Like, so I start feeling some type of way too, because I'm just like, and then it's like, you supposed to be my homegirl, you leaving your homegirl at my house, knowing that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I live with my man. Like, come on now. I can't have a female in here. Like, that's just kind of weird to me. You know, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like, come on. So, and then, I don't know, I just started feeling some type of way. And I know y'all probably like, well, why didn't you drive her home? Because that bee needed to, because Humpty Dumpty needed to do her duties and come back and pick her friend up in her car. That's why I didn't drop her off. Because I offered to drop her off. She said it's okay. She would just wait for Humpty Dumpty to get here. Even my man offered to drop her off. We're just like, oh, like, can I just stay here for another night? Or whatever, until she picks me up, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, girl, if you thinking you finna live here, girl, you're not. So I don't know what you finna do, but baby, you got another. And I know I was being nice by even letting her stay for 2 nights. I said, you got another night here and you have to go, girl. Like, I can't. Like, I literally can't take you in. Like, I can't. Like, girl, this is not my issue. Like, I'm not friends with you. I met you through her. Like, and she's leaving you here and leaving your baggage with me. Like, I can't. Like, I really can't. So the next day, I had to go to work and my man was at home. So I'm just like, you know what, watch her, you know, look out and stuff like that. Make sure she don't go on, you know, make sure don't, you know, like, she's still here. So, like, you know, make sure everything cool. Like, I'm gonna curse the Humpty Dumpty out so she can go get her friend, and that's gonna be the end of that. So my dude Dreadhead at the time was just like, all right, cool, like, whatever. Like, I'm gonna make sure everything's strict when you gone or whatever. So, y'all, I'm at work cursing Humpty Dumpty out. Like, I'm literally beefing with this girl now. Like, I'm just like, bro, like, you're flaw as fuck. Like, you left your friend for dead at my house. Like, then I'm letting Indiana know, like, you're like, y'all not friends. Like, this not your real friend. Like, just keeping it real. Like, this ain't your real friend. Like, she leaving you stranded. Like, basically cursing both of them out. Like, y'all bitches is weird. Like, bro, I don't want nothing to do with this. Like, bro. So Humpty Dumpty wants to argue with me, and we just going back and forth, and she just like, if you feel like I'm fake, then that's just what you feel, and da-da-da-da, you don't know the whole story, da-da-da-da-da, and all that. I'm just like, girl, I don't care about the whole story. Get your friend. Pick your friend up, girl. That's my main concern. I don't care about y'all friendship. I want this girl out of my house, or I'm going to drop her off once I get home, and once I drop her off, you're going to get your ass whooped when I pull up to this house. That's what's going to happen. So, but yeah, y'all, she ended up complying, and she ended up picking up her friend. And my dude was on the phone with me the whole time. And she ended up picking up Indiana from my house. And, yeah. And then, after she picked Indiana up from my house, this girl, Indiana, gonna turn on me and my dude and say that, oh, they were telling me not to be your, she gonna tell the Humpty Dumpty, she's gonna say to Humpty Dumpty, oh, they were telling me not to be your friend anymore because what you did was fake, and da-da-da-da-da. So Humpty Dumpty ended up contacting me, and she ended up confronting me like, oh, you said I was fake for leaving her there, da-da-da. I said, yes, I did say you were fake. Yup, I did, and you are. You're weird as fuck. You left your friend at my house for days. You're weird. Who does that? Yes, you're weird, and I don't care to be around you anymore, girl. Like, you're a disgusting human being. Like, you always have an issue with somebody, and I see why. Like, you're weird. Like, and Indiana, you're weird too, girl, because, yeah, like, you're just weird. Like, why would you run back and tell her that when we were defending you the whole time? Like, girl, you're a fucking airhead. Like, So yeah, y'all. That was a story on how I ended up being friends with a weirdo and she left her homegirl at my house for days. Yeah. Yeah. So that was a story of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Comment down below if y'all ever experienced anything like this before, if y'all ever had a weird friend before, or let me know if I was tripping or not. Like, I don't know. Comment down below and let me know. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video to anybody if you feel like this video is interesting. Yeah, and that's all. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love y'all.